Hey, it's JT again. I wanted to talk about some early sobriety feelings, emotions that I found to be quite annoying and confusing. And these are things that you're going to go through for a while, and you have to get used to feeling. Because, I know myself at least, I hid behind everything I was feeling with a drink or a drug. So doing anything is going to bring these back up, and they're normal feelings to have. You're terrified of them and you don't want to have them, but it is healthy to go through them because once you do, you know you can do it. The lack of sleep killed me. I was not sleeping at all. The many times I relapsed on a drink, it was because I convinced myself that I was tired after days of not sleeping, and I went to the drink. Um, but then that started a nasty little binge. Um, Lack of sleep never killed anyone. You'll you'll start to sleep, and once you do, and know that you're honestly sleeping without any substance, you're gonna feel 10 times better about the sleep and about yourself. Uh, Anger over everything and anxiety over everything. The littlest things tipped me off. Had no patience at all. Um, and I got into this sick thoughts with the anger and the anxiety. I built them up in my head, and you don't have to do that. You can imagine you're doing a little puppet with your hand, and you're holding a flashlight, and it's huge on the wall in front of you. That's kind of what the anger and the anxiety is for me. I am looking at the wall when I'm doing this little puppet figure, and it's huge on the wall. But you take it down to the aspect that it is, and it's 100th of the size as you think it is. And all you have to do is just think it through. Think, am I creating this in my head? Am I making myself angry, miserable, anxious, nervous? Um, and most of the time it's yes, you're doing it to yourself as a coping mechanism, and you can get past it. You can deal with it, experience it. What I learned to do is let it do its thing for a few seconds, and it'll pass. uh, Fear of people and social things, situation you have to be in, whether it's parties, going to the gas station, go to the supermarket, um, being around people is tough when you don't have that lubricant, you know, the drink and the drug. I'm not gonna lie, every time I'm out with someone, I think this would be so much easier if I was drunk. And it might for the day or the hour that I'm there, but then I have to deal with all the crap that comes after the drink. If I'm lucky to not drink, it's just the guilt of having the drink. Um, so dealing with social situations sober is supposed to be terrifying. But again, you can do it. Once you do it once, you say, oh, I remember that time. I did it that time. I can do this again, and it'll be a little bit easier every single time. And I know it sounds unreasonable, um, but you do it the first time, and you can blow up that evidence of confidence and ability tenfold in each time you do it, and just say, this is what happened, this is how it played out. None of those bad things I was thinking was going to happen happened, and it was fine. Lack of interest or some depression, it'll pass. You might not want to get out of bed. The activities you used to like doing, you have no interest. You don't smile often. Um, you do get over it. You find interests, and they're not that difficult to find. You just give it time. The constant thoughts of drinking, it just replays over and over in your head. That, in my experience, doesn't go away, but you can shut it down, either by sharing it with someone, writing about it, um, letting it do its thing. And this is dangerous, but you can let it do its thing in your head. Imagine you just drank and have that euphoria but then you know that you're still present in the moment, and you shut it down, and you go about your day. You find a distraction, a positive one, anything. Um, Eating sweets helps, definitely. I didn't believe it, and I was hoping it would, and it does. Um, and one of the last things was thoughts of self-injury. I had a period of time where I did that when I was under the influence, and I've thought about it occasionally, just because it's another way to escape my mental state and get out of myself in a way. Um, and what I realized is the few times I did it when I was sober, I looked back and said that was not worth having a physical scar for the emotional one. The physical scar lasts a lot longer. The emotional one will pass pretty quickly if you do something to make it pass. Um, so that is by no way worth it. Hold off as long as you can. Even if you can't share it with someone that you're thinking about injuring yourself, just hold off. And most of the time, it leaves your head, it leaves your thought process because you'll start to focus on something else, and it's it will pass. So those are a few things in early sobriety, and they each one gets better, especially the sleep, which clears your mind up once you get some sleep. Doesn't make your anger, your anxiety as bad once you sleep a little bit. Um, I get 5, 6 hours a night now. It takes a few weeks, but just be patient and let recovery do its thing, and you'll get some of the rewards. I'll check in soon, and hope this helped someone. Um, I wish someone was telling me this stuff when I was getting sober so that I'd have some frame of reference. Um, so, yeah, I'll be back, and I hope you have a good day.